Are we going? Don't know if anyone's going to come in, but thanks for coming out. I'm Mike, aka that reseller guy, and it's time for another live video. So I'm going to be doing shipping again today. I've been out of town for the last 6 days and went up north, went to Prescott and to Sedona, spent a little time away from the 115-degree heat here in the valley. We went up there and it was still like 95, 96 degrees, so it was still really hot up there. But still back here, had my store on vacation mode. Sales were a little bit slower than normal, but I'm going to be shipping everything, showing you everything that sold. I already went over on my That Card Guy channel, showed what items sold over there. So if you just want to see the sports cards that sold, you can go over there. You can hang out with me. You can go in the comments. You can do all that stuff. I'd love to have you hang out with me for a little bit, see how I ship some of these things. I've been trying to do these a little bit more lately for a couple reasons. One, I don't have to edit them, so it's easier for me to just turn this on, go live, and do my shipping and get everything all done at once. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Glad to see you. You're down in Florida, so how's the weather down there? You're not quite as hot as we are, but I bet you're probably, what are you, 100 degrees down there? Probably humid, though. You're getting to that time of year, just like here, where it's going to start getting humid here pretty soon. I gotta pull myself up on the other screen so I can see the chat. I can't really see it on my phone. It just shows a tiny little spot down here. Oh, no, I gotta mute that. You're in Lakeland. I don't know exactly where Lakeland was. I've only been to Florida once, went to Disney World once, but that was like 25 years ago. So I flew in, went to Disney World, and came back like a few days later. So I really didn't get to see much down there. But yeah, we're going to get into sales. It's weird seeing me on the screen on the delay while I'm trying to talk at the same time. It's very strange. So let me flip to my other screen, get to my sales, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I tried to get everything prepped ahead of time. Got some boxes taped, got everything that I think that I need, so I don't have to keep going out that door and leaving this an empty room for you to see. I took down my wall of my curtain, as I like to call it, so I can get to my scale and all my shipping stuff back here. And I'll be flipping back and forth a little bit into the comments just to see what's going on. Sometimes I see them when they pop up down there, but if not, I'm sorry I missed your comment. I'll get it at some point. But anyway, I was gone from, let's see, we left last Sunday and we came back on Saturday. So it was 6 nights. I've only been back for a couple days now. And yeah, trying to get back in the normal routine. It's Monday, but my wife is still off this week. My daughter's still off from school for the summer. I think she starts up next week already. School's getting ready to start. And I can kind of get back in that normal routine again. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, go ahead. Put it in the comments. I'll see what I can do for you. So thanks for coming out. 865 picker. Is 865, is that an area code? Is that what you use? All right, you put it on here. I have to keep putting my glasses on and off. I hate having them on full time, but I'll look over at the screen, and to read, I pretty much have to. Let's see. An item list where the shipping was calculated $6 to $10. We'll say a buyer contacted me and said, "Why is your shipping 15?" I said, "It's not." I honestly, that sounds really odd. And I don't know, maybe that's because of the new shipping changeover from first class to. It's going to take me a while to get used to what they call it, because we had parcel select and we had first class, and they're kind of combining into this new thing. And this is actually my first day today shipping using that as well. Am I blurry on your screen? I'm just curious, because when I'm looking at me on the screen, I'm blurry. So let me know. Are you seeing me blurry? Because when I see it on my phone, I'm not blurry. I look on my screen, I'm blurry. Put down in the comments, blurry, not blurry. Those are your two choices. Let's see. So yeah, my only guess is that could be because of the new shipping stuff. I usually just use a flat shipping when I'm doing my items. I usually don't use calculated shipping. I know about how much it's going to cost me to ship items and just put that in there. I know most people like to use calculated. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But my guess is that it's because of the shipping change. That's the only thing I can think of right now. I'll see when I go to my shipping if anything's weird or it's going to cost me more today than it has in the past. So Kevin, you're saying it's been hot in Florida. I think it's hot everywhere right now. Let's see. Yeah, see, you get rain in Florida. That's the difference here. We're coming up on monsoon season. So they're saying it's going to be a dry monsoon season, but that's about the only time of the year that we get a lot of rain in that July, August time frame. So hopefully we'll have some rain to deal with. You guys get a lot more being a lot closer to the ocean. We have no ocean here. So, yeah, let's see. John, yeah, see, yeah, I don't know why it's showing as blurry on my screen unless it's some setting on my phone that's not, because I mean, I'm looking on the screen, I'm really blurry. I'm really, but I'm super clean on the phone. So yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with the blurry today, and I'll try to work on it next time. I'll see if there's a setting. See, I'm gonna stare really close at the phone and see, because I really don't see any settings. There's like a little box where I could flip it around. You can see the other side. There's a little chat box, and there's a little button for like it looks like a little magic wand, and it gives me no filter. Let's see. I'm gonna hit no filter. That's what it's on. It's on no filter. Yeah. There's a glow filter. What does that do? Oh, that's different on my screen. Let's see. Oh, we got these fancy filters. You want to see some of these? Yeah. I don't think. Sorry. Yeah, there's some crazy filters on here. That's called a dance. We got bubbles. Yeah, you probably never watched a reseller do dance and bubbles filters on here, but I guess they're on here. Yeah. So 865, you say I'm not blurry. Interesting. What else do we have in here? I've never looked at these. Here, maybe I'll make it look old timey, and we'll go to a sepia tone. Let's see, it's gonna flip here for you in a second. Yeah. Should we do that now? That's not gonna work. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to no filter. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Tennessee, another place I've never been to. Never been to Tennessee before. It looks a lot better now? Really? Okay, I'll take it. I'm still seeing a little bit of blurry. Or was it the bubbles that looked better? All right, I got to get into this. Like I said, my wife's off today, so when she's off of work, she doesn't want me in here doing this stuff. So I need to get this stuff done as fast as I can. Luckily, a lot of it is sports cards, so it's going to go fairly quickly. I'm losing my voice today, so I got my drink over here. So we got a stack of sports cards that sold, a little bit of other stuff over here. Let's go ahead and get going on the stuff. I'm just gonna leave the glasses on because it's gonna be easier. I don't like actually I don't look terrible in the glasses. These are just the ones that you buy at Walgreens. They're just the cheapies. All right, let's get to some of this card stuff here first. Actually, this is a baseball. So I think I said this once before in a different video that I did a consignment with a friend of mine with a bunch of autographed baseballs. I don't like doing consignments because then it's just extra tracking I have to do. I have to keep track of all the individual fees and then pay him and all that stuff. And it's just kind of a pain in the butt. I'd rather just buy everything all at once and then I can sell it and then not have to worry about keeping track and paying them as things sold. But he's a good friend of mine. He does a lot of stuff for me. He gets me a lot of autographs as well. So I went ahead and did it for him. I think this is like he gave me 32 baseballs, and I think this is number 9, and it's taken a little bit over a month. So they're not real fast sellers. This is a minor league guy. Actually, I don't know if he's in the majors or not. Christian Pache, P-A-C-H-E is how he pronounces, or how he spells his name. This one's over 20 bucks, $19.99 plus shipping, and it's kind of on a cool 50th anniversary Oakland A's baseball. I don't know if he's still with the A's, at least he was. He was with the Braves for a little bit. So here's how you ship baseballs. 4x4x4 box. These things are great. Work great for baseballs and small little action figures or stuff like that. All you need is one piece of bubble wrap, and then I use these little baggies just to protect it so it doesn't get messed up in there. You guys know I always put an invoice in with all my stuff. Generally, these are going to weigh like 6 ounces, so the shipping is pretty cheap as well. Other thing my wife hates, the sound of the tape. She hates the sound of me taping. I'm sure at one point during this video she'll yell at me from the other room and say, "Stop it." I can't stop it. I'm working. Let's see. I'm still blurry on my screen. I hope it is better for you guys. Maybe it's just because I'm in the same house. Maybe I'm using up too much bandwidth on my internet, so it's causing it to be blurry. It weighs 7 ounces. 7 ounces baseball. Let's see where this is going. Yeah, actually, this sold on promoted listings. That's one thing I have been doing since eBay sales have been slower. I've been picking a few different categories to do promoted listings on. I don't know if it's really helping or not. I see a few promoted listing sales come in, and some of the items that I promoted, sometimes they don't sell through the promoted listing. So I I don't know. I don't know. I'm unsure whether promoted listings is good or bad. I'm only doing it at 2%. I'm not going to do any more than 2%. Some of them have recommendations of like 8 and 10%. No. All right, this baseball, where is it going? It is going to Simi Valley, California. $4.15. And let me look because I still have first. Okay, so it automatically changes it to UPS Ground Advantage. So just in case you haven't shipped. Oh, let's see. I know. Oh, this is terrible. Here, let's see if I can do it this way. Can you see my screen? So UPS Ground Advantage and UPS First Class. It still lets me select either one. I hope you could see that. I'm not sure how well that went with me just turning the camera around. But $4. It says $4.15 either way. And also now you also get insurance up to $100 with this Ground Advantage. So definitely select that because you get insurance with these where you didn't used to get it unless you chose priority mail. So I guess that is a good bonus. All right, but we'll print out the labels. I'm still using my Rollo up here. It's been working good. I had to finally replace the first batch of labels like a week or two ago. So I bought a couple boxes of Rollo labels. Now, they don't fit on this box because this is 4x4 and the labels are just a little bit wider. So I got to trim off the side edges to get it to fit. It's taking a long time to load. A long time. Yeah. So look, it's just sitting over here thinking. I don't know why. I just got the little hourglass or whatever spinning. Now, I did also do a little thrifting while we were out of town. Like I said, we went in Prescott. There's 2 Goodwills up in Prescott and then a couple other small thrift stores. And then when we were in Sedona, they have 1 Goodwill. It was terrible. It was literally like the smallest, junkiest Goodwill I've ever been in. So I would not go back to that one. There was a couple other small, like there was like I think an animal rescue thrift and a couple other small ones. Didn't go to any of those. So we just went to the one in Sedona. And I got some stuff back here. So I'll show a couple of those items that I picked up as well. Unless it starts taking too long because this is going really slow. I think it's because of all the internet we're using in the house. My wife's using it for some work stuff. My daughter's probably on the internet. So we're using up all this bandwidth. And things are just going slow. It gave me an error printing. But usually if I close that, then it'll print out. But I'm still blurry. Still blurry on my screen. Alright, am I going to have to try reprinting this? Let's see, go to printer settings. This is probably riveting to watch. It's not even loading up my little printer queue. There it is. It says error. Can I restart it? Will it work? It's trying. Oh, it's blinking. There we go. First label of the day. But yeah, like I said, you can see this is just a little bit too wide for this box. So I just have to trim off the side edges. And I'll show you what the label looks like now because it looks a little bit different because it's got a big G for Ground Advantage instead of F for First Class. G, Ground Advantage. If it gets me insurance and it still gets there in the same time, I don't care. I have not gone in and like changed any of my listings over. They still say First Class. And I think at some point you'll have to go in there and manually change all of your listings unless eBay does that. I don't think they're doing that right now. I think you actually have to go in there and change all the listings to Ground Advantage. If you've done that to your listings, let me know, but I haven't done it to any of mine. Other than I listed some new items this weekend, and I did choose Ground Advantage instead of First Class. So we'll see what happens. All right, one down. Now there are a total of there was 22, so now there's 21 more items. My total was like just over $1,000. So being out of town for most of that time, I'm pretty happy with how sales were. Now I did sell one item that was fairly expensive, so that's part of the reason why. All right, we're getting into some of these cards. Let's see. You all know I'm a baseball fan, Diamondbacks. So yeah, look, we got Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. This is Ohtani's rookie year, so it's kind of a cool card. You got him and Trout together, this little Halos Heroes. CSG 9.5. So this sold for 40 bucks, $39.99. This was an item that I bought when I went up to a card show up in Las Vegas. I think it was in like February. It was early this year. And I bought one guy's box on the last day of all the CSG cards that he had left over. So this was one of those. And because it's $40, it's going to go in a box. It's actually going to get kind of doubled up here. I'm just going to use a bubble mailer. Put it in there. I'm not even going to tape it. I'm hoping that they'll actually reuse the bubble mailer. There's no reason for me to seal this shut because it's going to be fine in here. And I'm just going to put a couple pieces of bubble around it. Now, it would probably be safe if I put it into a padded mailer and just shipped it that way, but like $40 is my threshold where I go and use these boxes. I got a couple different boxes I can use. I like these. It's a 7x7x2. This box here, it also works for like if you sell some disc-based video games or CDs. They fit in here pretty well. And I also found these. This is like a 6x4? Just over 5. No, 7. So 7, 5, 3. I was way off. I actually found these at a Goodwill one day. They had a pack of 50 of these for like 10 bucks. It was a pretty good deal. So cards fit in here pretty well too, as well as some other stuff. But in this case, I am using these boxes. Couple pieces of tape, not too much. Actually, I'm going to do one more over that edge. I talk about it all the time. I'm an over taper, but that's okay. Let's see, where is this card on my screen? Right here. So Mike Trout, Ohtani, rookie year for Ohtani. Trout's rookie was like back in 2010 or 11. Weighs 6 ounces. It's going to Pennsylvania, Shavertown. Do they make shavers there? Is that where Gillette is or something? That would make sense if I pull that one out. If Gillette's made in Shavertown, Pennsylvania. Somebody Google that for me. All right. This cost $4.44. I forgot to write down what that other thing cost me. What was it? It was a baseball. Oh, I see some comments coming up. I'll get to them in a sec, guys. Oh, let's see. Where did it go? Did I not log it on my screen? Oh, I didn't. All my stuff here, you can sort of see, I use an Excel spreadsheet. That's just how I track everything. I've used Excel all the time, so it works. I've modified it. Like every year I seem to make one sort of modification to what I have, what fields. Maybe it populates a different spreadsheet, but this is what I've always used. I use it for my monthly, I use it for my annual, use it for everything. Let me flip over here. Yeah, John, I agree with you. Goodwills here are getting tougher and tougher. There's a couple stores that are really high. If they get anything good, they just price it ridiculous. Actually, so I take pictures all the time and add them to my phone. And once I get up to about 10 pictures or so, I'll do what was Goodwill thinking on these items type video. I've done one of them in the past, and I probably have enough for another one. But we have so many Goodwills here in Arizona. Within me, if I were to do like a 10-mile loop, I could probably hit 20 stores. It's really of just Goodwills. There are other stores that are better. We have Deseret Industries out here. They're cheaper, but there's a lot of people that go to, so it's really tough competition at that store. Yeah, John, I know you're saying you're changing the things too. I'm going to have to do it at some point. I know I will. Go in and do some bulk editing. I don't know when the actual shutoff switch was, if you have it set at first class where it's going to create an issue, or if it will. But for now, hopefully, at least it's going smoothly so far. Yeah, Tony, totally agree with you as well. So I've noticed a couple things in some of my stores. I talk about football helmets a lot, and whether it's just because I talk about football helmets and maybe some people in the area watch the videos, but I've been finding less and less and less football helmets. I think one store in particular, watches my video. I don't know why. Maybe they don't. But all of a sudden they started pricing their helmets at like $15, $20, $30 for helmets if they're nicer. So I think they've been watching. I'm guessing. I'm guessing they've been watching and seeing I've been buying too many football helmets there for like $5, $6, $7 and selling them for $50 to $100. I actually do have one helmet going out today too. But yeah, it's just you got to go in there. Pretty much what it is now is like you're finding the mistakes, or you're knowing that you can make a little bit less money because their prices are a little bit higher. So your other option is to find new sources. That's about it. And unfortunately for me, one of the sources that I use all the time, Mesa Auction, closed down earlier this year. They were a great source for me for finding stuff, and yeah, they're gone now. So I think that's part of the reason why my sales are down. I'm not finding as much stuff on a regular basis. I know I'm not finding as much stuff. I went out in the garage the other day and looked at my storage shelves. There's not a lot out there. More stuff's in here in the office now than used to be out there. Anyway, I'm talking too much and not shipping. $4.44. We're sending this to Pennsylvania. Shavertown. Did anybody look it up? Is Gillette in Shavertown, PA? Please tell me I'm right. All right. Labels do fit on this one. I don't need to trim the label for this. There's only a few things I do. When I do the eBay standard envelope, I have to trim the label a little bit. Done. 2 of 22. The other bad thing is when I close the door, like normally when I'm working I don't have this door closed, but when I do the videos I do, just in case my wife or daughter's walking by in the background, they don't want to be on the video. But it gets hot here. I have a fan going overhead, and I have my Dyson right here going, and it's still hot in here. And it's only 10 o'clock. All right, let's keep going. What's next? Logan Webb. I had to educate myself on Logan Webb because I didn't know why this card sells for $20, but I guess he's a pitcher for the San Francisco Giants, and he just looked like a complete game the other day, pitching pretty well. So this is his rookie card, autographed, and you see the autograph right there on the non-glare. Sold for $20, $19.99 plus shipping. So since it's under $20, eBay standard envelope. Now, I think I told you in the last time, I always write thanks on here. That's it, just thanks. I've debated getting some thank you cards. Now, it makes sense, as a good business sense, to get some sort of thank you card that maybe has a QR code that takes them to your eBay store. It could direct them to my Whatnot channel. I haven't been doing much Whatnot, but it could do that. It could also send them to my Card Guy or this channel, Reseller Guy channel, to try to get some more views. It would make sense, and those cards only cost a few cents a piece. I should get it done, shouldn't I? Maybe I should make that a goal for this week. Think I can do it? All right, the other thing is I have to look these labels in it. So yeah, I do that off camera. And then I also just put one piece of tape over the back of this. I don't trust these cheap envelopes stickiness. So yeah, we got Logan Webb. Sold for $20. That was part of the big San Francisco Giants card lot that I bought. I actually bought off of John, off of Cincinnati Picker, off of Whatnot. Yeah, I bought, I think it was 2 or 3 lots. It totaled up to like $480. I bought a lot of stuff from John that day. Logan Webb, 60 cents. 60 cents via eBay standard envelope. And I'm sure they've already increased the price once. When they came out with eBay standard envelope, it was 52 cents, and now we're up to 60. So my guess is that will slowly keep creeping up. Maybe every year or so they're going to increase the price on this, just like they kind of do with all their shipping. But for right now, 60 cents is a pretty good deal. It definitely helps the lower end sports card sales when you don't have to charge $4 and $5 for shipping, and you can charge 60 cents. I just charge $1 just because I know eBay is charging me fees on the shipping. I gotta, cost an envelope and all that stuff. So I just charge $1. Nobody's ever complained. I've sold hundreds of eBay standard envelope sales, and nobody's ever complained with me charging them $1 instead of 60 cents. It sort of all just factors into the overall price. All right, first card down. Oh, where was that going? Did I look? That one's going to Parker, Colorado. Parker, Colorado. I was just up in Colorado. The show was in Aurora, which is like 10 minutes outside Denver, I think. I'm still blurry on my screen. It's weird. I hope I'm not blurry to y'all. Otherwise, I'm going to go back to that disco or the bubbles to get rid of the blur. Next card. I got to keep going to glasses. Is it that one? Is it that one? Is it that one? This guy. Dexter Williams. I really don't know much about Dexter Williams. He's probably, if he's still in Green Bay, he's got to be the third back because they got Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. So maybe he's their third running back. This is kind of a cool Donruss Elite numbered out of 75 rookie card. Sold for, what is it, $6? $5.99 plus shipping. So yeah, I put it into a team bag. You could just tape it shut. I don't like taping on the top loaders because it can leave sticky residue on there. So spend a couple pennies on a team bag. After I do this one, I'll slowly work in the what I thrifted items. So I'll do that next. I hope I did that off camera. All right, but again, this eBay standard envelope, 60 cents. Just got to find it on my screen. Where's it going? It's a Green Bay Packers card, so is it going to Wisconsin? I don't know where Dexter Williams played college, but it could go there too. It is going to. Okay, so that's kind of funny. So I'm literally sending it 5 miles away, Tempe, Arizona. That's funny. It doesn't matter. It's 60 cents whether you send it 5 miles or 500 miles. Same price. I did not expect this to go to the next town over. I could probably just drive it over today. But he's in an apartment. Maybe he's a college student at ASU. Now, I was resistant to getting a Rolo for a long time. Part of it was the cost. But I think it does save a lot of time over the other labels. Now, there is something weird with the labels, and I haven't figured the workaround for it. So, for the longest time, I used these, where is it up here? These 2 labels per page sheets. And I found that if I'm going in on eBay, if I'm combining items together in one shipment, like let's say somebody buys 2 cards and I'm combining them, it doesn't format right for my 6x9 printer. Maybe there's a way to do it. I haven't figured it out, so I still use these, and I still probably got 50 pages of these. So I got a long time before I have to fully figure it out. Otherwise, these pages will never, or those sheets will never get used. All right, let's see, guys. Oh, wow. I opened up my email for some reason. Why did I do that? All right, we're going to show, let's see. Let's go back here. All right, first item that I found on vacation. This was pretty cool. I haven't seen any of these. This is the Arizona Coyotes, and it's their Los Yotes bobblehead, like a sugar skull. So Los Yotes. You can see I paid $3.49. These are going for like $40. Yeah. Look at one thing you gotta check. Some of the hockey ones, sometimes make sure they have the stick in there. A lot of times the stick goes missing on these. Now, my guess is somebody got this at the game and they never even used it and just donated it. But $3.49, and I'll turn that into to $40 at some point. Now, I might be able to put that in my collectibles booth for $40, but I think it'll sell on eBay just as quick. I looked at the sell-through rate on them. There's less available than there is sold, so the sell-through rate's pretty good. But yeah, that'll be a pretty good little pickup. I don't buy a lot of bobbleheads anymore, but some of the special ones like that I will. As long as they have a good sell-through rate. Next, this is actually not a card, but it's in my stack of cards. I sell game parts once in a while. You know, there's a particular YouTuber out there that always says, when in doubt, part it out. I don't do that all the time. I don't love selling these $3, $4, type items, but I had a board game that I was never going to complete. So I went ahead and broke it up, and I think this is the second item to sell. I sold like the pawns from that game, and these are wanted cards from the game Stop Thief. It was a complete set of the 10 of these. It didn't sell for a whole lot. Let me see, $5. $5 plus I just charged $1 shipping. So here's what I'm going to do on this. I'm just putting these in an envelope, and I put that in the description. I'm just going to ship these in a regular envelope and put a stamp on it. That's what I'm doing. There was a lot of these available for sale. Most people were charging like $4 and $5 for shipping. Sometimes even $6. But I figured if I could get the same price and just put it into an envelope. Let's see. I'm going to have to... This one's going to take me a second to do because it might be too fat for first class. I think you can be up to a 1/4 inch thick and it not get an extra surcharge. So I'm going to break these into kind of 2 stacks of 5. Let's see if I can do it this way. It's going to take an extra, 30 seconds to a minute of work for a $5 sale. And some people will say, it's not worth it for a $5 sale for the extra. I used to make $3.35 an hour. I'm that old. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. What was your first job and how much did you make per hour? Me, it was $3.35. We were called courtesy clerks at the Fry's grocery store. So I was a bagger. During the summer, and you had to wear long pants and a tie. That was the dress requirement at the time. For $3.35. You worked full 40 hours and you got $100 at the end of the week. Yeah, terrible. All right, let's see if I did this right. I think I got it. Yeah. Nowadays, sometimes you can make one sale and make $100 or $100 plus on that one sale. All right, tape these together a little bit. All right, I think this is going to work now. So I just did a little tape job like that. We'll fold my invoice around it. And I think it's going to fit in the envelope. I think it's going to be okay. As long as it's still under an ounce, I think I'm safe. If I can get it in the envelope. It, is right at the length of the envelope. See if I can do it without tearing it, or if I'm going to have to get a different type. Oop, it's going slowly. Okay, it made it in there. But I think it's going to be over an ounce. Check my scale. Yeah. No, it's actually weighing at 1 ounce. So what I'm going to have to do though is, I forgot to do that ahead of time on the envelope. I got to write, name and address and stuff on there because you can't just send something like this without an address on it. Doesn't work that way. All right, this is going to Penrose, Colorado. I don't know where Penrose is, but the second item going to Colorado. Penrose. Yep, just like it sounds. And 81240. I'll write my address and stuff on there after. Just bought me some new stamps, so I got new flag stamps to use. Put one of those on there, and I think that should be good. I'll have to write my return address and stuff on there in a bit. Now, this does hit your eBay metrics a little bit with your not uploading tracking and stuff like that, but if I do 1 or 2 of these a month, it doesn't hurt anything. I just come in here and go mark it shipped, and it's gone. Oh, let's see here. All right, we're still going. So if you're still here and watching this, I appreciate it. If you're watching this on replay, I don't know, is that what it's called? Watching this later in the day, I appreciate you doing that too. Last time I did it, it was about an hour, and I may cut this one short. We're already 34 minutes, and I've done 4 items because I'm doing way too much talking. All right, this card here. I talked about this on my other channel. I won't get into as much here, but this card sold for $2 free shipping. Yeah, it's going out eBay standard envelope. Katniss Everdeen. We got what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence. I got a bunch of these. So I have a quantity listed on there. there's like 3 or 4 different cards of her from the set. So my hope was really that somebody would buy all the different cards and not just one of them. So my net on this sale will probably be like $1.10 for the card. I know a lot of people aren't going to list dollar cards. I know some people, that's almost like all they do on eBay is a lot of cards that are like $1.50 and $2 free shipping. Oop, I wasn't supposed to do that. And they just do it in bulk. They'll send out 80 to 150 orders a day because they have tens of thousands of dollar cards listed out there. It all depends on whatever business model you want to use. See, that was like the first sale of the weekend. So yeah, this is a whopping $1 net sale going to Parker, Colorado. What is going on with Colorado? I mentioned this in an earlier video. Like, I have had certain days like this where like all the items seem to get shipped to one area of the country. Like all of a sudden it's all just southeast. We've had 3 out of 5 go to Colorado. Now, it could be complete chance, but I think there's something weird with how eBay pushes out your views to certain areas and stuff. I don't know. What do you think? Am I crazy? Conspiracy theories of eBay. There's a lot out there. But another one down. I mean, really, how long did it take me to ship that Hunger Games card? I mean, between packaging it up, doing that, a minute? Somewhere in there for $1? I'm fine with that. I'm okay with it. All right, next card. Wade Boggs, autograph rookie card. Let's see, he signs it that way. So Wade Boggs, certified authentic through Beckett. I actually purchased it. I was gonna start collecting some autograph rookie cards, and just as what happens sometimes is I change my mind. Yeah. So I sold it. I paid about what I sold it for, so it's probably a break even to maybe even losing a couple dollars on it. I bought it off of COMC, sold it on eBay. It's gonna go like the other graded card because did I say it sold for $59.99? So I paid $55 and it sold for $59.99. So after fees and all that, that's why I said it's probably around a break even. But we're shipping it just like that other one. Same 7x7x2 box. Just kind of repeat the process. And it should weigh about the same as the other one, 7-8 ounces, somewhere in there. 6. Guess that one's lighter. We're doing something this afternoon that's different that we've never gone to. We're going to like a little indoor mini golf place. I'm going to take some pictures because this one's kind of unique. I don't want to say too much about it until we do it and go there and I record a little bit. But I think it's going to be fun. We're supposed to do that at 1 o'clock today. It's 10:30, so I have enough time to get this done, I think. All right, now this one's going to Colorado. It's weird. Nope, this one's going to New York. Brockport, New York. Don't know where Brockport is. Oh, I keep forgetting to log this stuff down there. I'm all worried about talking and not getting this done. This one, $4.44. So that seems to be a popular price. $4.44 for 6 ounces in a box. That's pretty cheap. Going all the way across country. Still weird seeing that G for ground advantage on the slips. All right. Because I don't want this to be a 2-hour live and then people not watch it later. Let's do some of the other stuff that I saw, because I got some of this other stuff. This I just listed over the weekend. I think I found it on like last Friday, and it's this. I thought this would be worth quite a bit more, only because a couple things. First off, it's Sony, and it's for PS3, so it's not that old, but it's this Blu-ray remote control, brand new in the package. It was like $6, somewhere around that range. Sold for $21.99 plus shipping. So still a decent sale. I mean, if it cost me $6, sold it for $22. That puts it down to $16. Some fees, a few bucks off. Making what, $13-14? And I had a box already ready for that. Not that one. I know I made a box right here. This one here. This one's a little bit of overkill. I'm hoping it stays first class because it has to be first class. I think this weighs like 8 ounces. This is the only box that I have that's that long. I'll just fill it with a bunch of peanuts. Yeah, it's 14.5 ounces, so with peanuts it's going to be 15 ounces. Stays under a pound. Up here, whoa. What happens is every time I grab the box, the fan blows some of the packing peanuts on the ground. I got my multicolored peanuts here. All the different colors, living together in harmony. All right, yep, that's a good amount. Let me double check with the packing peanut, make sure it's still 15. Oh, it actually went to 1 ounce. You don't think packing peanuts weigh anything, but they still weigh a couple ounces. We're at 1 pound exactly, so we're still okay price-wise. A few pieces of tape. Ooh, I didn't talk about it. Look, my go-to tape. I bought some of it, so I'm actually going to be doing a little comparison video of the my go-to tape, which is American Bubble Boy, versus the other stuff that I had been using, which is, I think I got one roll. Whoops, I moved you around up there. Which is Tape King. I've been using this, and I really liked the Tape King, and now I've been going through this roll here, and I'm going to do a which is better video. So double check. 1 pound, 11.86 box. 11.86. This one is going to. This one's also going to New York, Boonville. Boonville, New York. Where is this item on my screen? Right there. $6.78. 678. If you're a blackjack player, you know 678 equals 21. So, yeah, I don't know what that has to do with reselling, but just one of those random things. I like playing blackjack in Vegas. All right, this one is still ground advantage. This did not have to go priority. It weighs 1 pound exactly. So as long as you're at 1 pound, you can still do ground advantage. It's gonna be weird saying that instead of first class. All right, that box is done. All right, what other oddball stuff do I have in here? Sports card, sports card, sports card. Well, I'll do that one only because it's the more expensive card that I sold this weekend. So let's do that, and we'll talk about it a little bit. This one here, Calvin Johnson, autographed rookie card. Got an autograph right here, little RC jersey swatch. SGC graded 9 with a 10 for the autograph. Nice card, numbered out of 99. Had it at my store for $400. Yeah, this card's not cheap. I spent a good bit for it a couple of years ago when I bought it, sent it off for grading. Had it at my store for $400. Didn't really care if I sold it. I kind of liked the card. And someone sent me an offer while we were on vacation for $320. Pretty fair offer. And I took it, obviously, because I'm shipping it. So $320 for Calvin Johnson. It's the only autograph rookie of him that I have. But I'm sure someday I'll buy another one. Alright, gotta fold that over again. Using the same 772 box. Said it really works good for these graded cards. Now, because it's over $200 and it's a single card, this has to go through eBay's authenticity guarantee. So I will send it to them, which I don't remember where they're located. And then once they authenticate it, I mean, all they're authenticating because it's a graded card, all they're authenticating is that the case has not been tampered with. So let's see where it goes. It goes to Santa Ana, California. The company is called TC2. I don't know what that stands for. But yeah, I'm going to add insurance to this one because it's a $320 card. So let's see. Additional liability. They charge $5 for additional liability. Although I'm guaranteed up to $100 already. Seems like quite a bit, but for a $320 card, I'm just going to bite the bullet, spend the extra money. It's going to cost me $9.54 to mail this out. Normally, when I send cards like this, I charge extra because I'm going to send it signature confirmation at delivery. I didn't do that on this one. I only charged $6 for shipping, which is kind of weird that I did that. So that was kind of a mistake by me. But it should have had $10 for shipping. So Santa Ana, California. If you ever sell cards on eBay over $200, that's where they got to go to be verified or authenticated. All right, what other unique stuff do I have? Okay, I have a football helmet. We'll talk about that since I mentioned it earlier. I've gotten the process down pretty good where it takes next to no time to ship a football helmet. 12 by 12 by 12 box. Get these off of eBay. Actually, I have another coupon to use, don't I? Didn't the coupon just become available the other day? I'm going to double check this is the right helmet. Usually, I take all the decals and stuff off, but I didn't on this one. It was pretty nice. It was pretty clean inside. I picked up a helmet the other day at an estate sale. I don't think I talked about this because I think it was before vacation. I didn't do a video at the end of the last week. So I went to an estate sale. I picked up one football helmet for $8. It was a vintage bike air helmet. It sold for $100 that same day. So I bought it in the morning for $8, got it listed. It sold for $100 within a couple hours of me listing that helmet. So that was pretty nice. That's why I talk about football helmets all the time. You guys should be buying and flipping football helmets. Literally, if I could only flip football helmets, that's what I would do if I could find enough of these things. Let's see. It says Youth Extra Small right there. There's the brand, the model, and the size, so that's good. Let's see, where's it going? It is going to Michigan. So look, they fit in there pretty good. I'm going to already cut an inch off the top. What's nice about these boxes is they already have lines inside for you to mark them, so you don't have to do any extra scoring or anything like that. The only thing I do is I put a little bit of stuff inside some of these to keep it from moving around too much. Stuff down there. And I've got some of these smaller ones. Oop, that was inside the face mask. Got one in there. Alright, that's not too bad. I don't have to do too many of these. And then a couple pieces of paper. Only because on the top I want to keep it. I don't want them to accidentally slice it with a razor blade when they're opening it. Got my knife. Here, we'll tilt you up a little bit. try to do this without cutting myself. All right, easy enough. Flaps down. And I think I mentioned this last time. I like this tape. I get this from Walmart. It's like a filament tape, so it's really strong. It's like $5 a roll. It's not cheap, but I don't use a lot. I only do it when I'm like frankenboxing and doing special stuff. So I do that. Let me get back down. And then I cut a couple more pieces just for up here. And I still do some more tape, but all right. So that's it with the special tape. So I mean, I'm literally using what, foot and a half of special tape. So even though that roll costs $5, I'm probably using what, a quarter worth of tape. So the box is now 12 by 12 by 11, and it should weigh right under 5 pounds, 4 pounds 8 ounces. 12, 12, 11, and it's going to Michigan. So going from Arizona to Michigan, I'm going to use UPS ground, $14.52. $14.52. Now where is it on my screen? What did I say? $14.52. What did I say? That helmet sold for $60. $60 plus 15 shipping. Yeah, I paid less than $10 for that helmet. Sold it for $60. You know, we were talking about high Goodwill prices earlier in the video, and when we were on our trip, we definitely saw some crazy price stuff. I should have taken some more pictures while we were there, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking on some of their prices. I know, you know, most of these stores now have somebody that like looks these things up when they get something that they think is worth a lot. And I don't think they know how to check the solds. I think they just look at whatever's available for sale and say, hey, someone's asking $200 for this. Throw $100 on that item. Yeah. Sorry, Goodwill. It's not quite that easy. All right, next. Ooh, talk about this. All right. Sold this little guy. This is Chimmy. Yeah, it's like a little character from BT21, which is based on like the BTS group, the Korean boy band, K-pop. Yeah. I bought a collection of BTS stuff. It's been a few months now, and it's been pretty slow selling. I've basically gotten my money back, and everything else is kind of profit. This one I sold for $10. I think there was like 5 different character pens, and that's what I'm going to use this box for. I could probably just put this in a padded mailer, but if someone's collecting this as an actual collectible, I don't want this little case to get messed up. So I'm just going to throw out one of these boxes. It was sold for $10 plus shipping. So I'm just going to put some more peanuts in here and then throw the pen in there. It might be overkill. I don't care. I just always think, is this a collectible or is this just something somebody's going to use? If they're just going to use it, like a household good or something, I'll just throw it in a box if it's not going to break. For a collectible, I'm going to spend a little more time and effort. It's not going to weigh anything because it's just that little pen. Is it 5 ounces? 5 ounces. But yeah, this was another item. So all these BTS items, this was a collection of items. It was sort of like a co-worker of my wife, a friend of hers. Her daughter was going to college, so she was selling off all of her BTS collectibles. So she had money for college, and at first they wanted to do consignment. I said I can, but it's going to take months and months and months for you to get your money back. And after 6 months, I might still have half of the items. So instead, I bought everything for $500, and I think I've sold like $650 worth. So if you do all the fees and stuff, I basically got my money back. And that's why I told them. So that's why I don't like doing consignment, because then I'm just waiting forever to get everything sold until I'm going to keep track that I have whose items and how much I sold them for. All right, next. Check the other screen, make sure you're all still there. There's a few of you still watching. Unless it says like 4 watching, so my screen's one of them. It'd be funny if the other ones were like my daughter and my wife, and they're on the other line, other area of the house watching. They're probably not. They don't care. Oh, this back here. I picked these up the other day. I actually got these at Deseret Industries. They had 2 of them in their showcase. They're these Pro Football Hall of Fame logo mini helmets. Pretty cool. They had them for $10 a piece in there. Now, I don't know why you would have a teal or, I don't know, what is that, turquoise color Hall of Fame helmet. Either way, I had them in my store for for 40, and sent on an offer of 33. I have 2 of them. They only bought 1. So I paid $10. It sold for 33. Not too bad. What's that? $10 profit? I mean, not $10. $20 profit. And they fit in these 8x6x6 boxes pretty much perfectly. There's a little bit of room on the top. I'll just throw a little bit around it. And these generally ship, can you hear me? Generally ship first class. I think it's going to weigh like 14 ounces. 13.4. I've done so many of these. It's like, that's why I don't need to do calculate. I know exactly what it's going to cost to ship to somebody. Where's this one going? 14 ounces. 8x6x6 box going to Fort Wayne, Indiana. $6.60. That seems higher than I would have thought. Let's see, where do I have it on my screen? Come on. Oh, right there. $6.60. I know, some extra tape. What did I say? Yeah, Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Have I been to Indiana? Yeah, I have been to Indiana. We drove through there once. We drove back to Michigan, and we went over to Notre Dame so we could drive by the university so I could see Touchdown Jesus. If you don't know what Touchdown Jesus is, you'll have to Google it. Alright, this next one, yeah, we'll do this one. I got one here that's going to take a little bit of work, not too much, but not this one. This one will be pretty easy. This was actually a thrifted item from the previous time, earlier this year when we went out to Prescott. We've done that quite a bit. So right here, Boston Celtics, really cool. That's, you just got the big logo on the front. Vintage logo 7 brand. So it's a single stitch Boston Celtics t-shirt. I honestly don't think it's been worn much. When you see a nice straight clean tag like that, you know it hasn't been worn much. But yeah, it was in great shape. Sold for $40. Picked it up at a thrift store. I think it was like $2 or something at that thrift store. But it did take what, 6? No, not 6 months. 4 months. 4 months to sell. T-shirts are easy. Even a $40 t-shirt, I'm okay with shipping that one in a poly mailer. Or sometimes I'll upgrade to one of these. I got a bunch of these. I don't use them too often, and t-shirts fit in here just about perfect. Or perfectly, I guess is what you should say. Do that. Invoice. Yeah, like I said, t-shirts fit perfect in there. What's it going to weigh? 7 ounces. That's about 12, 10, 2, we'll say. Boston Celtics shirt, right there. $4.20 through Ground Advantage, going to Mansfield, Texas. Well, we haven't had any more Colorado in a while, so maybe my theory is going away. Print. Ground Advantage. Alright, we still got a few more interesting and unique items that I'm going to ship with you. Alright, we'll do this one. You've seen me sell some of these in the past. And it's going to use a mailing tube. What have you seen me mail that I need a mailing tube for? Power Rangers poster. Yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, coming next summer. The power's on. So I bought 100 of these, a little pack of 100 of these. It's been a long time. It's probably been 5 years or so that I've had these for. And let's see, where it's on my screen. So let me look here. I've sold a lot of these. The poster's 13 by 19. I have sold 40 of these posters at $10. So I've gotten $400 from these. I can't remember. I paid $30 or $40 for the whole pack. So I didn't pay very much. So that's been a good return. It says I have 12 on the screen is how many available I have, but I probably have double that left. Sometimes I've sent 2 posters to people if they've bought 1. Sometimes I sent 3 if they bought 2, just because I have so many of them. It's just taking forever to sell through them. But yeah, I'm going to use this mailing tube. Now this mailing tube was actually longer, but I only need this much. So we cut it down, and then I'll save this piece at some point in time. I will put, maybe I'll have a smaller item to send, or I'll put 2 of these together to make another tube. Wherever I can save money, I'm all for it. Alright, so I gotta roll this up. Now I gotta roll it fairly tightly because it's going in the small mailing tube. This is only like a 1-inch mailing tube. I usually like the 1.5-inch ones. They work a little better. But I ran out and I got some of these from a friend, so I'm not gonna complain when I was out. But it still fits in there. Got the other end tube. Now I do put tape over the ends. These things go in here pretty tightly, and most likely they're not gonna fall out, but I still put a couple strips of tape over there. I'm gonna do, let's see. Yep, that didn't work well. I thought it was gonna work. We'll just put a couple pieces. Both sides. This thing weighs next to nothing. More weight from the mailing tube than from the actual poster. What is this? Guess. 3 ounces? 4 ounces? 3 ounces. A whopping 3 ounces. I don't know what I cut this down to, so we'll look. It is 15 inches long. 15 by, let's say 2 by 2, because I think it's like, yeah, it might be 1.5 inches. $3.90. Oh, this is actually going global shipping. I didn't realize that. They probably paid a bunch for shipping. They paid a total of, no, $20? Is that right? But it cost me $3.90. We'll see. I'm not sure if this, will this wrap around? All right. This is a problem you can run into when you do use these tubes. I haven't tried this yet. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. 1 second, maybe 2. Okay, so when I put this on here, it's going to go around, and if I put it all the way around, it's going to cover up the other side. So I'm actually going to cut off the excess on here. Actually, I think I can do it like that. Let's see. Let's see if I did it right. All right, we'll go around. Ooh, just see. So look. Yeah, I almost had, all I did was just cut off that extra little bit, and it still fits on there, so that's good. All right, that one's done. Good job, John. 63 bucks, pay $3. Yeah, that's why I like helmets, because you can pick them up cheap. I always see, obviously I watch Shed Flips and Lonnie a lot, and see he's been picking up a lot of helmets, and he's been getting some for like $3 at garage sales, and yeah, they're great flips. For some reason, people just don't put a lot of value on them when they're reselling them. The most expensive one that I bought, I paid $30 for at an estate sale, and I think I sold it for $300. It was a really high-tech football helmet. It was really nice. It's the only reason I went to that estate sale, and that one was good. I only found one that's that expensive. I think other than that, most of them are $50 to $100 ranges where the majority of them fall, and they sell relatively quickly. All right, next we got a mini poster, Starline mini poster, Kirby Puckett. Another item that I've had. I wish I knew when this sale was that I bought all this stuff at. I just like using the term 5 years because I think it's longer than that, but they had a ton of these. The one that I had the most of is John Elway. I think there are like 80 to 100 that I have. Kirby Puckett, I have 30 or 40. There's Barry Sanders had like 50 of them. And I'm still slowly selling them. It sold for what, $7.99 plus shipping. I probably have less than a quarter into each of these. They were in a big bulk lot at a local auction. I won the lot for next to nothing. Just gotta use one of these to ship it in, one of these rigid mailers, but these that I bought were pretty cheap. These are very flimsy. I wouldn't buy this brand again, but there's no name on it, so I don't even know what brand it was. It was just something off of eBay. So when this is still in here, it's still pretty flimsy, and I just don't trust it. And here's what you're gonna see. This is one of these things where, like, I always get mad when people use priority mail shipping supplies for shipping non-priority stuff. But if you had a damaged box, or I had a bunch of flat rate A boxes that are no longer usable, well, I mean, you can use them for priority mail shipping, just not for flat rate A. They don't do that anymore. So I'm okay with it if you're reusing boxes and stuff like that. But so many people use it incorrectly. And yeah, I don't like it. Do things the right way. Did I put an invoice? Oh yeah, I did put an invoice in there. So I just put a piece of this in there. Make it more secure. I actually have more. The rigid holder that I have it in, I buy those to ship them in because I don't really have any other way to ship them. So those cost me about $1 to $1.25 a piece. So there's more cost in the rigid holder that I mail it in than in the actual little mini poster. But that one did sell through promoted listings. I do have those just because I have so many of them. 2% of this $8 isn't a big deal. 6 ounces in a 12-10-1 mailer. $4.31 going to Dousman, Wisconsin. Dousman. And since these are really cheap mailers, I don't trust the stickiness on them at all. So I just put one little piece of tape on there. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. I just clicked it on my screen. I hadn't clicked it either. You know, they say that helps the, I don't know, the algorithms. I don't know. I don't know if it really matters when you have a small channel. But I'd appreciate it either way. I still have some of these do not bend stickers, so I'd go ahead and throw those on there. Alright, what do we got? Alright, snake sale was pretty good too. I finally sold out of these. I've been selling these off for more than 5 years. Bought these at another little local auction. It's a little scoring insert from the old ABA, the old American Basketball Association. That's Dr. J, back when he played with the New Jersey Nets. And this is just like a little score insert from inside the program. Really cool old ads in there. And you got Dr. J in the front. He bought my last 5, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these going out to one buyer. And they paid $8 a piece. I don't know, put my glasses on. Yes, they paid $8 a piece, $40 plus shipping. This was going to Baton Rouge. Speaking of Lonnie, and I'll protect these. So I have these sleeves, and I use these for different magazines and programs and stuff. I use them for my collectibles booth when I'm putting items for sale there, so I can put them in here. I got one of these little backing boards, and put my invoice in there. It's pretty secure. Now, because these are a little more expensive, I have these little fancier mailers, but they're still bendy. Even when I put this in here, it's still a little too bendy. And you know how these postmen are. If they can get it in your mailbox by curling it, they will. And this, yeah, I gotta put a little something in there. We'll use another part of my box. I use this knife a lot. I bought it at Harbor Freight. I bought 2 of these, and they're like, I don't know, they were like $3 or $4 a piece. They were pretty cheap. These mailers, actually, I bought these out of Savers. They had a bunch of them one day. They were in packs of like 10 of them for like $3 a piece. So I have 30 cents into each of these, and I probably bought 50 of them. I did sell some to a friend of mine that needed some. So I'm almost out, but it's heavier, so it weighs 8 ounces. Oh, where's that order? Right there. Let's see where these are going. These are going to, come on screen. Oh, I already said Baton Rouge, yeah. What did I say this weighed? Oh, I'm losing track, I'm losing my mind. 8 ounces. 8 ounces, and it's 12, 10, 1. $4.24, pretty good. Let me see how many of those I had. Let me see how many that shows that I sold. It says I sold 25 of them. I didn't realize I had that many. I bet my friend that I bought these from actually has more. He had a ton of them. He had hundreds of them. So yeah, so I got $250 worth out of those, and I probably paid, I maybe paid $1 a piece for them. So that's pretty good. All right, this is pretty sticky. I put one piece of tape across just in case. Talk about, I have like tape OCD, I think. Self-diagnosed. For those of you that watch me tape, you probably say, Mike, yes you do. But there's probably some of you that use way more than I do. I've actually gotten better. I used to put 3 pieces of tape on these. The first step is admitting you have a problem. Alright, we'll use another one of these. Alright, we're still going. What is next? Alright, I sold a couple. Oh, actually, there's one thing that I didn't even bring in here. We'll pack up. You see, we're at 74 minutes. I went over the hour this time. I was trying not to. Way too much talking. It's my problem as I get on these and just start yapping away. Alright, I sold this glass pot. It says, I got potted, Lunt Avenue Marble Company. They were a restaurant out here in like the 80s. I don't know if they were around in the 70s, but they were around in the 80s and I think into the 90s. And they had a lot of crazy stuff there that they served drinks in. This was actually, I think, like a drink glass. They brought like some big margarita or some big thing in this thing. And that's why it says, I got potted. But people use them now for potting plants and such. If people had memories of that restaurant, I found 2 of these for like $3 a piece, and this one has taken a long time. I still have the second one for sale. It's taken, I don't think more than 5 years, but it's taken a while to sell this, and it's over $25, and it's going to Florida. Yeah, I think these restaurants were only out here in Arizona and maybe in California. I think. I don't know if they were anywhere else. But I get these boxes from Walmart. It's a 12, 10, 8. And I'm undecided. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think there's enough room in between. Luckily, this one actually doesn't have to ship till tomorrow because it came in overnight. So I think what I'm going to do on this is I'd like to get like a 10 by 10 by 10 box. I think that will fit this pretty good. So I'm actually just going to set that one to the side for now. Like I said, it doesn't have to go out till tomorrow, so I'm safe on that one. But I did sell that for $25. We'll put that back there. I thought I was going to use this, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it. All right, let me show you real quick the other items that I picked up, and then we'll go ahead and get this closed out. I know most of you have left at this point, but just in case there's anybody that's still watching or are watching the replay of this, bought this little 5 o'clock somewhere Margaritaville sign. They sell these at Big Lots, $25 price tag at Big Lots, and I paid $4.49. I'll throw it in my booth for like, I don't know, $12 or something. I think that'll sell there. Bought a vintage aggravation game. I just sold one of these in my booth. I think it was a different model, but you can tell that's probably from the 70s looking at their clothes on there. It's missing one marble. So got most of them. But last one I sold for $20 in my booth. I paid, I think $2 or $3 for this. It was at one of the thrift stores that was like the charity store. So I'm always looking to buy something there. I don't want to go out of there empty-handed, but I'll probably throw this one in my booth for like 15 just because it's missing that one marble. I bought a Piggy plush. Yeah, if you don't have kids, you probably don't know who Piggy is. Sold one of these in my booth before for $5. I picked it up at a Goodwill only because by using my coupon, I essentially got this for free. So I figured it's just a free $5 to throw in my booth. Let's see, one other thrift store, the same one that I bought the aggravation. They had a bunch of these small little toys. I thought these were cool. These are vintage Taz. So we got a little pump and pour. You can see it goes on like your 2-liter bottle of soda to help keep it fizzy. They also had this Pro Racer guy. I thought this one was cooler. I thought this would be worth more. These were $3 each. This one I listed on eBay for like $15, and this will go on my booth for like 8 to 10. Yeah, these don't sell for nearly as much, but I think this is the cooler item. I mean, how many people are really using that for their 2-liter soda? I didn't take the price tags off these. So this one was 75 cents. This little emergency vehicle. It's made by, where's the name down here? Bailey, but it's like an international emergency truck, they call it. I don't think there's any sold on eBay, but the ones that are out there are listed for like $15, $20. They're listed fairly high from what I did research in the store. I'll probably just go in my booth for like $5. Then I bought this. I don't know if Disney did all different 100 of the Dalmatians. I mean, if Hot Wheels did all different 101. This is Pongo. I have no idea, but it was $1. It'll go in my booth probably for $5. Then the best item I found during our trip was this baseball glove. Again, if I could sell baseball gloves and helmets and find enough of them just to do a business on that, that would be great. This is a pretty nice first baseman's mitt. Really nice condition. I mean, look how clean this thing is. Yeah, that's a nice shape. It was in the store for $17.49. That's the price they had it, and that's why I threw Piggy in there. So I got it over $20. I used my coupon, and then my total was like $16.70 or whatever the actual number was. So I got this for free and got this for $1 less than they had it marked. So yeah, I put it in my store for $80. This is an $80 first baseman's glove. So pretty nice one there. That was my nicest pickup from that thrift store. So that was nice. But that's it. I'm only saying there are no more comments in here. There's nobody really watching. Maybe just me. But anyways, thanks to anybody that came into this live, that watched it for a little bit, that hit the thumbs up, put the comments in there. I appreciate you guys coming out. If anybody's watched it this far, thank you so much. Go check out my That Card Guy channel if you want a little more up close about the different cards that sold. Other than that, yeah, this is 80 minutes of live. So thank you, everybody. I got to get the last stuff done. John, thank you. Thank you so much for coming out. And whether you were just had me on in the background while you were changing all your shipping, maybe you could have changed my shipping options for me too. that's a project for later in the week. So, all right, that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. I gotta hit the live button here. Let's go bubbles as I figure out how to. Where's the bubbles on here? There we go. There's some bubbles. All right, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time. I think I hit the X. There it is. And